Hello, hello. Hi, Carmen. Um, you know what? Did they take my? Oh no! I was trying something. I don't think it's gonna work, and I don't know what I'm doing. Shoot. Okay, 1 second. Audio. All right. Well, never mind that. We'll move that for now. Hi, everyone. How was your week? I am a mess in general, but okay. Hi. I was trying to do a second camera. Hi, Pam. Hi, Carmen. Hi, Becky. I was trying to do a second camera, but it's picking up the audio. So I don't know. That is a problem for a future me. Hi, June. Okay, I do have to leave with my camera because there we go. Okay. Just kick from studio. I have to kick a guest out. Hi. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone had a chance for some rest on the holiday and all that fun stuff. I did start to get organized. Full transparency, my goal is to create more. We'll just get into it. And this past week was not a very high create week. It was kind of a hunt, gather, and starting to get organized, which seems like a constant struggle for me. So let's start. Do we want to start with new pens or organization? Let's see. I'll pick a number between 1 and 2. And we'll go with organization. I currently have my inks swatched on these delightful cards with the little numbers on them. Carmen says new pens. Sorry, Carmen. The only thing, hi, Suzette. I had them organized by color. And then someone said, oh, you should organize them by brand. And I thought, oh, that might be fun. But taking those little cards out of the slots to make room for new bottles of ink, it's tedious. I don't like it. They're a snug fit in there. And my sister sent me this Harris Tweed 6-ring, hi Serge, binder, and it's lovely. It's beautiful, but I was not entirely sure what I was going to use it for. You know, that happens sometimes. I don't know about you. For me, I'll be at a store, I'll see a notebook. It's gotten better. It's gotten better since I'm looking for good paper. So if I stay out of places that sell good paper, I'm generally safe. Anyway, so I know this is a widespread approach, but I'm going to tell you, Carmen swatches her inks a certain way. It was Journal with Tiff. Now it's Tiff Reads and Writes. Does hers. Shauna at Serial Nana does hers this way. I mean, a lot of people do the rings or the discs. Sorry. And I thought, okay, that's for me. Because I can take a page out, move it around. I just felt like it was more accessible to move them. And then I kind of went down that rabbit hole. So I thought, okay, I need a cover, like a front and back cover, dividers, of course, what I was going to swatch them on. the hole punch for the discs themselves. And I just started to think, oh, it's a lot. I was supposed to be doing the no by May, as you know, which did not go well. So I'm going to do a no by June and July. I mean, leading up to the pen shows, why would I buy anything now? Anyway, so this is what we're doing, folks. This is it. I bought the Waringle A5 cards. The circles, I am going to do sorted by color. And then I bought the bottle ones to do and sort by brand. Because certainly I have learned over the past couple of years, it is totally beneficial to have it both ways. I didn't want to do the cards again. And so this gives me a purpose for this binder. And I'm very excited. Sorry, the only thing about this is I have dogs, 2 of them, and they're constantly shedding. And this picks up dog hair like a lint roller. What's next? I ordered dividers for these that are, the sort of frosted plastic, but where the tabs are on the top. So I ordered a couple packs of 5 because that's all Amazon had. But I like the idea of on the top for color, and then I think I'm going to do them on the side for the brand, so it's not overly congested in either area. I haven't started swatching. I did end up having to still buy a 6-hole punch because I have a giant one from 1983 and I couldn't move them. So I got a little, this is KW Trio organizer system, little 6-ring punch on Amazon. It was not very expensive. So this is upcoming project. Let's see here. New pens. So I'll go back and forth. I received in the mail, I did purchase it, a new Bone Crusher Velma. I really liked the King of the Night Esty, but I admit, I don't know. I didn't want an Esty, and I was on Bone Crusher's website as part of my morning ritual. No. And there was available for pre-order the Velma in the Cinder and Smoke blank. And it's not showing up super. This has like a almost iridescent gold in the white. I did get it with a gold medium nib. I love it. I did a writing sample with it, but I haven't used it extensively. I don't know. It was a low pen week last week. Just a lot going on, and I don't know. I went through the whole process last week of doing a matching currently inked, which I'll show you. And I feel like I'm missing a pen out of here. I don't know what I did with it. So I set it up last week. The stickers in my planner this week were red and green ones, dog stickers I had made. So I did green pens and reddish pens. Hi, Tim. And I don't know if I overthought it, but it felt Christmassy by the time I was done inking them all up. And so they just kind of sat. And it's now multiple pens, more pens that I have to clean out. I did get a pen today from Atlas, which incidentally, they are really good. Van Ness, I think, ships your order before you order it. It's amazing. They're phenomenal, and I love them. And Atlas also ships very quickly. Because of the holiday weekend, this one took a little longer. So let me catch my breath. Why am I nervous? I know all of you. It's harder to be up here by yourself. Okay. So I got a all black with rhodium and white gold nib. Pelikan M800 with a fine nib. And that's the line width. I inked it with Birmingham Pen Co. Rotted Cork, which is one of my favorite inks. The funny thing is Rotted Cork is not hugely dissimilar to Ferris Wheel Press Ottoman Auburn. So I seem to be very... I don't know what's going on with the lighting. I look blurred. Hold on. How do I clean this thing? There we go. My shirt is like harvest corn yellow, so there's some color correction going on in here where I look like the same color as my shirt. Rotted cork, I know. I know the names, but that's still better than some shower scum. So I seem drawn to this. See, like, okay, well, that's bad color correction. That sort of gold, yellowish tan ink. I have a huge bottle of Ottoman Auburn, and I have 2 bottles of Rotted Cork because hi, Amy. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite inks is this Rotted Cork. I feel like it works in more pens that I have. It works in more pens. I don't know. Can someone speak English for me, please? I have a lot of pens. Most of them I can use Rotted Cork. I cannot even speak English today. Okay. So this is a new acquisition, and this was when Atlas had a Pelikan M800 sale, which I wasn't monitoring closely, but Lisa Nelson had posted that they were doing the sale, and so yes, Carmen, please, can someone speak for me? Yeah, they were on sale for $400. It was the anthracite, the blue and black, green and black, red and black, and then all black. I love a black pen, as we kind of talked about last week, because I can use any color ink in there, and I don't feel like it clashes with the pen. Or the other benefit of buying a black pen, which is a good idea, so I'm sharing the idea. I eventually want to have Rodden put on a Pelikan. I think that would be a beautiful combo. And so, why not on an all black? It'd be a good background. But if you were going to buy a pen to have Rodden put on and you were looking at a pre-owned pen, I'm noticing that an all black pen typically has maybe a lower resale value. Maybe, I don't know why. Like, the pen is, obviously we know why, right? So if you're looking to buy a used pen to have Rodden or Urushi put on, which I have never done, I can't speak to the process, but I feel like you could probably save a couple bucks. Let's see here. Lisa says, I got one too, the M800 green stripe. Did you get it yet, Lisa? Because I love that pen, and I don't know why I haven't bought it. I love green. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I have a couple Pelicans, including Carmen's favorite Pelican that I own, the Toledo, the white and silver Toledo. There is the blue, the metal stripe, navy blue Pelican. Folks, I'm trying not to. I am trying not to. We'll try. We'll try. I need something if I'm going to go to the pen shop. I don't need something, but what other pens? I did get other. Well, I got a nib. Oh, sorry. Let me be a better pen person. So this is a beautiful nib. Again, in the fine. I have ink on my hand. It does have a green. You can kind of see it. Green ink window, which I love. I feel like this is a great everyday pen for me. It's very comfortable, like a Pelican M800, an Esterbrook SD. This is a perfect combo for me. I did initially get I got the extra fine on the Toledo, and it was not, I didn't love it. I did not love it. It was kind of scratchy. Atlas, of course, was fantastic and let me swap the pens out to a fine, but a Pelican M800 is like the sweet spot. I wish it could be a little finer, but not as fine as the extra fine. Amy says she just cannot extra fine, but they were sold out. I think it's nice, just the line width. So, Lisa, do you have other extra fines on the M800? And have you found them to be scratchy? So I have a fine. No, I have an extra fine on the M600, and it was not scratchy. On the Glauco Kanban, that art pen, which is still kind of irritates me that Pelican doesn't make some of those in the M800 size, because that would have been stunning. Stunning. Nibs. I got a new nib, and I don't know that I love it. It is the Monarch titanium fine nib. So initially, I shared this on my Instagram. I got the cursive Monarch nib, and it was way too broad for me. So I think I started with medium nibs, moved down, did buy a two broads. I did not buy two broads. I bought two pens with broad nibs and didn't love them. I was very much into watching the Juicy Broads, and they, of course, both love broad nibs, and I thought, I'll give it a shot. And I wasn't a fan. I have kept the nibs. One's a Leonardo Momento Zero Grande 2.0 in sand. The silver nib in a broad, that one is in my D-stash pile. And Mayora Ogiva, Golden Age, which has a 14 karat gold nib that's a broad. The nib writes beautifully. The pen, the cap band on that pen sticks out too far, and that's that pen that I have said in the past. It looks like the cone heads from Saturday Night Live. The cap proportions are, I don't know, something with my ADHD, OCD elemental P. There's something with the cap that I don't like. The body and the material are beautiful. The craftsmanship is fantastic. I just don't enjoy that pen. Let's see, my 200 and 600 are extra fine. Okay, so yeah, my M600 with the extra fine is not scratchy either. The plan was to do a second camera. I think I need to buy just a regular webcam or something, a camera without a microphone. So I want to be able to show you what's on my desk. So this is the Monarch Fine for line width. So you can see, pardon my freaking scratch, but try and do. Now, one of the things, if you're not familiar with the Monarch, and I kind of was a blind purchase, so to speak, is that they reverse write very well. The cursive one, I will say, had a better reverse writing experience than the Fine. But the engineering of this nib, sorry, I know I'm jumping all over the place. Like Ian Schoen, the Monarch nib is from Schoen Design, if anyone doesn't know already, is made from a single piece of titanium and then has the Ultim feed. I feel like it has a similar feel on the paper as a pencil. Smoother than a pencil, definitely smoother than a Sailor or a 3776 Platinum, that feedback. It's not that type of feedback, but it feels textured. I don't know how else to describe it. Does anyone else have one of these and have input you want to share? This, incidentally, is, I know, this was a bad obsession, and one I'm probably not getting over this year, is another Velma. This is the Blue Diamond Glacier. I know. It's been a big year for Velma and I. It's a great combination. Of course, the Monarch nib is, you can get them Yovo compatible or Bach compatible, which I just, can you imagine just creating that? It's fantastic, phenomenal. See, my husband watches this and then he knows what I've been shopping for. So there were finally 2 Lamy additions to my collection. And my Lamy collection is almost complete. I have I have a black Lamy 2000. I purchased it on Amazon. They're, I think, $170 maybe on Amazon, and that was purchased with a fine nib. I love the Lamy 2000. I have a friend who just, it isn't his design style. Hi, Larry. Yeah, just the Lamys is almost done. So the black, and splurged whenever that was and bought the pine green with an extra fine nib. And my pine green, there's some like white kind, I don't know, streaks in it. I just never bonded with the pine green as much as the black. But if you don't have the Shop Cash app, I'm not endorsing it. I don't know. They could be selling your information, but they do shop cash, so you can earn sort of credit back on orders, and a lot of pen stores seem to be connected with it. And so I had some shop cash, and I thought, okay, well, I'll look for some stickers, washi, something, just to use the shop cash. It was burning a hole in my pocket. And so there was a merchant on their pensandpencils.net, I think. So I was searching on there and noticed they had some Lamy Safaris, which isn't the pen of my dreams. They're well made. They're very reliable. There's no reason that I don't have them. I don't know. So I have a Lamy Safari, a white, shiny white one. And I just happened to look, and they had, ready? The stainless steel Lamy 2000, which now this one was not a commission purchase, so that kind of broke my no by May. But it was $189, and they're normally $300 and something. The catch to that was that they only had a broad nib, and so I thought, oh, that's fine. Changing the nib on a Lamy 2000 is not difficult. The only thing to be wary of, is there's a little clutch ring. So, you unscrew the I mean, look at the engineering on that. You can hardly see that there's a line there. When you take the section off, there's this little clutch ring. You can see that little tab there and there. That's what keeps the cap on. But that can kind of pop off. It's just kind of set in there. And the first time I cleaned the black Lamy 2000, that went in the drain, and I had to fish it out. I know with the title. Okay, so I bought it with the broad nib. Let me show you a quick. And I thought, oh, I'll get the broad nib swatched. I mean, it is broad. This is Lamy Crystal Agate, by the way, this ink. Do you see how warm it is? It's going to dry to like a taupe color. What kind of clickbait is this? Okay. Yeah, a little bit, because I don't know what else to name the video. It's live and I'm going to be rambling. But I did truly spend a lot of money on those little wearing little cards and the binder. And I think I had a hardcover notebook from Galen Leather with Tomoe River paper. At one point, I was swatching inks in there. Way to go. Yeah, I totally dropped this thought. I have to go back. The reason I want to do this is because I can, thank you, because I can move them around. I can remove a page. I'm a little embarrassed that the ADHD is this bad. I can remove a page. I can add pages in between colors. Another reason I didn't want to use the discs is I feel like with the rings, I at least have to open it. The discs, I knew I would just be pulling the pages out, and I was worried long-term that those would fray or do something. So yeah, I feel like the rings are going to work. I am concerned that long-term, that I will have to sit there one Saturday and put all those little reinforcement rings on there. And I did think maybe that I would put washi on there before I hole punched it. And then I didn't want it to clash with the ink. So yes, that is why I chose rings over discs, and the ease of opening it and putting new pages in as need be, um, to better organize colors. Uh, Shauna really broke her colors down about doing light blue, medium blue, dark blue, red, kind of purple. So I really want to be intentional with the colors that way. So I'm excited, and I am definitely hoping that this is the last system. Because it's a ton of work. I don't want to use a bad word. It is a fuck ton of work. There it is. To swatch 300 bottles of ink twice, multiple times. I mean, now if I'm swatching them by color and brand, and okay, I'm not doing this again. This is my I'm an important business lady notebook, but I have them swatched. Full bottles are swatched in a traveler's insert, and more like never ending. You know what? So as you know, I had help swatching these, and so obviously that book is sentimental. I'm not getting rid of it. I will continue as I get, okay, I'll be honest. As I get new inks, my name is Jeffrey, and I'm addicted to fountain pen ink. I will continue to swatch them in that book, and then by color, and then by brand. And if that's by brand and by color and the ring system works, I just don't think that I will swatch ink in an organized, methodical system anymore, which is also a lie. I will just spend more money. I don't want to spend more money swatching ink. I already bought the ink. Do you know how much money I've invested in Q-tips in the last 2 years? The people at Walgreens think I'm bizarre. Okay. Like, it's a lot of money. And you can't swatch ink with cheap Q-tips. Cotton buds. I got cotton buds from Temu, like this huge pack of them. They were wood. So I was excited. They were horrible. They like the ink color. Hey, Freddie. They changed the ink color or used the Kakamori nib. Okay. Oh, look at that ADHD moment. Okay. I have the brass Kakamori nib. I am waiting for Atlas to restock the stainless steel Kakamori nib, but I was on Atlas today, and they have an antique brass Kakamori nib now. So, typical brass color, and this is, this is a Tachikawa nib holder. That I got on Amazon. I think they're $7. Comes with a cap. I love it. And then Carmen says use the... Yeah, I've only used the stainless one. Oh, see, the stainless I've heard as a finer line. But it took me multiple months to be able to use this. I don't know. I have a learning disability when it comes to those. I also have from Tom's Studio, his sort of version. You can adjust the line with by turning the screw here. I forget the name of it. Sorry, Tom. I don't owe you anything, Tom. Free publicity. And then this is on an E&M nib holder that was a gift from Carmen. You can also use a glass drink stir. Yes. Yeah, I've seen the glass spoon, and I have one, and sent one to Claire, and I think I sent one to Carmen. They were really cute. And Shauna uses one. I don't know. There's something about a Q-tip. I love a Q-tip. See, this is why they think I'm weird at the Walgreens. You keep breaking them. I won't buy glass dip pens anymore because I break the tip all the time. And I know you can get them on Amazon for like $20 for like a 10 pack, but it's a waste. Like it's just a waste. And then I think, oh, you know what? I'll get out the torch and try and read. No, hard no. I can use a glass muddler. I have this. I do. Um, that looks terrible. So you can put ink on the paper and swatch it this way. I just find that I have a tendency to hoard methods of ink swatching. I mean, there it is. Truth. I had like a brass rod with a little wooden block it went in, and you could do. I have that glass muddler. I had a wood one at some point that was actually a tamper for like an espresso machine. I have the Tom Studio nib. I have the Kakamori nib. I have this fakakta thing, which is actually a chanting needle, TJANTING. And when I get the desk down camera, we'll go over this one because this is really fun. You fill this part with ink, and then surface tension keeps it in there. It's a little tiny, and you can actually write with it. Shimmer ink in this thing is amazing. It absolutely amazing. And it has a little handle here. There's like a little wire to clean it out. I love this. Let me catch up here. Third ink muddler thing from Dominant Industry. You keep breaking it. This little thing. Temu. Yeah. So I will hoard every possible way to swatch ink, and it has to stop because it really does take money away from buying ink. So, a little bit clickbaity on the title. Yeah. Tell it to the judge. I gotta draw people in one way or another. Okay. Pens I showed you. That I showed you. Currently inked. I do want to try something. What time is it? 6:08. Okay. Your next live should be your Temu purchases. You know what? I was going to do that once upon a time, like maybe a pre-recorded video, because I do get a lot of my planner supplies from Temu. I think I got these washi stickers from Temu. Does ink swatching bring me joy? No. Hard no. I'd like to play with ink and write and draw and as these inky messes, but swatching them for the purpose of cataloging them, no. I already know what color the ink is. I bought it. So at the point that I have to take all the bottles out, sort them by color, swatch them, try not to put the Q-tip in the wrong bottle, then write it, and then I have to decide, am I writing it in black ink, or am I being a good pen person and using the Kakamori nib and writing it in the color, which is probably the more logical thing to do, except this brass Kakamori nib is not doing the fine enough line that it would need to be for me to know what it's going to look like out of a pen. So, no. But, now listen to me contradict myself. I broke a nib the other day on one of my Velmas. I didn't break the nib, but the feed was broken. And so I kind of moved it. You know what? Freddie, Bailey, come on over. You're welcome to swatch the inks. I'll provide beverages, appetizers. Yeah, it just does not. So I broke the feed. You can see, broke it off this nib. And so I'm wondering, hold that thought, and my gut in. Oh, here it is. I can't hold my stomach in that much, so you may know that I am really a supermodel in real life. That is my secret career. Okay, so do you see? We have no shortage of things to swatch with. This nib holder, no, don't do this one. You can't use it in a sample bottle. What's this? I got all sorts of stuff in here. Somewhere in here is a little metal spring. Oh, maybe I lost it. With a magnet on it that you're supposed to be able to stick to this nib and, to this nib or any calligraphy nib to retain more ink. And so I kept that nib when I broke it because I thought, oh, you know what? That I'll use it on that. But, wouldn't you know that... Oh, I just found it. Gosh, what a mess. How do I survive in the world? Okay. This is supposed to be a Yovo number 6 steel nib. Right? And this is a magnet. I know, I'm getting it. I'm bringing it up. Do magnets stick to steel, or is that iron? Anyone? Bueller? Okay, well, here's a definite steel nib, and then you have the little magnet with the spring. So it just, via surface tension, it lets you retain a little more ink. No, it shouldn't stick to steel. Magnets stick to my refrigerator. Is that different? Probably. I don't know what I'm talking about. That tracks. Story of my life. Really? They don't stick to steel? I mean, I believe you. I'm just awestruck by my own perplexion by it. Well, okay. So I thought that... No, but this is a steel nib, right? Anyone? Somebody? Jim, maybe I need to be committed after this, but... Okay, this is a magnet, and these are steel nibs, and these stick. Which leads me to ask the question, are these Yovo steel nibs not steel? Are we being duped? See, there's another clickbait title. Are we being duped by Yovo? That's weird. Doesn't stick to any of those. Maybe it's a percentage of inquiring minds want to know. Watch me get sued by Yovo for slander. Now I have to research what magnets stick to. Darn it. Okay. Carlos says it does. Suspicious then, because it also didn't stick to my Fountain Pen Revolution nib. What the what? Becky coming in here with the big words, Ferris. I'm feral. Does that count? Right. But yeah, okay. Well, maybe I could super glue it on. I thought if I could make a dip nib with a Yovo number 6 fine nib, then maybe that would work because that's more representative of what I'm writing with. Okay, I wish I could say that was the last pen, but I have one more pen because I have a problem. Cheese, pens, and fountain pen ink. And if my husband would let me, puppies. I would buy plenty of puppies. The one Lamy pen that I had one, the Lamy All-Star. Does ferrous mean metal mean it's legit steel or can it be real steel? I don't know. And these are scientific questions for someone more scientifically minded. We need Mr. Wizard. Is anyone else old enough to remember Mr. Wizard on Nickelodeon? He was kind of harsh to those kids, but I digress. I'm not a fan of the Lamy All-Star or the LX, which is just a better nib than the All-Star, because that matte finish aluminum gives my hands the ick. But on that same pens and pencils, or pencils and pens, I'll try and post a link after we're done today. They had a Lamy All-Star that was coated, that's glossy red. Is this new? Let me Googling. Fountain pen stainless steel is not magnetic. Okay. My brain. Okay. So the red, it's glossy. It's aluminum, but it is coated. You can kind of see in the cap enamel or powder coat. Oh, look at that section. So this pen came with 2 sections. One of them is a dark blue section feed in the section, and one of them is an orange feed in the section to use with light inks or dark inks. I don't know who's walking around just popping a section off the pen to change their ink color. Buy a second pen. Don't be cheap. But I finally have a Lamy All-Star. Someone is going to hear that comment later that I said don't be cheap, buy a second pen, and they're going to complain about something. So I understand not everyone has the same budget to buy multiple pens, and I should be respectful of that because that struggle is real. So if it is in your means, buy a second pen. That being said, buy a second pen. Get a Jinhao, get a something. But if you can have multiple pens, I advocate for multiple pens. Okay. What else? What did we want to talk about? Let's see. What are we going? Okay. Earth science. Larry, you didn't go to school. I do have some new stickers finally. Not finally, like I was waiting for. Is that an. Okay, focus. We all want multiple pens. That's the addiction. Yes. See, also a speedball nib on one of these. I have more methods to swatch inks. For someone who does not enjoy just swatching them for catalog purposes, I sure have enough methods. Let me start with just one pen. Some of you may have seen, maybe, is it in this one? I think it's in this one. Sorry, I hope I'm not flashing my armpit. Weird. I decorated a Sailor Pro Gear Slim out of pure irritation with Sailor. Incidentally, in case you're wondering, this is what I keep my pens in. I don't know the brand name. It holds 48 pens. It is a plastic zipper, so you're less likely to scratch a pen. Okay, I don't know where my sailors are. I give up. Maybe it's in this one. These are like $18 on Amazon. So that's the other thing. The elastic is nice on these. Okay, focus. Sailor was selling a kitten Pro Gear Slim. I think it was close to $500. It had the little kitten paw as the finial. It was pretty. It was cream and tan, if I believe my brain is remembering correctly. But I just thought, Sailor, you have some nerve selling a Pro Gear Slim for close to $500. And so I was on Temu, which I am prone to do, and they had dog nail stickers. So I posted this at one point on Instagram. So this is there was a kitten sailor. This is slightly, I took the section off one Pro Gear Slim, but this is the Pro Gear Slim, the black and white one that you can get on Amazon, usually for under $100. And I put nail stickers of dogs and little paws all over it. And I'm telling you, these are not, they're not coming off. They're not peeling off. I have washed the pen. If I really wanted to, I could scrape them off. And my goal is to get, thank you, some UV resin and just do a really light coat over it, because it's not like, doesn't matter. Those nail stickers were 89 cents, and the Pro Gear Slim was under $100, and I know you can always find a used Pro Gear Slim on the cheap. So that is a way to do a pen, and I don't know if we're going to do it today. There's only really one Pro Gear Slim that I love. That was a gift from my husband. It's the Moroccan mint tea. I have a bunch in my D-stash pile, but I'm not actively using Pro Gear Slims. So I have this one, which I don't remember if this is a gold nib or a steel nib on here. I kind of think it's the steel nib. I bought like a broken Pro Gear Slim and then put the nib on a Sailor Pro Fit, and it was good as new. But I do have the pale green pen, and because super Irish, of course, I went back to Temu. Hello, Peter. And bought these shamrock and clover nail stickers. And I'm going to do another one, a green, commercially inspired by the Emerald Isle. But I just feel like if you have a pen that you want to zhuzh up and you're not overly concerned, like, don't hold me accountable if you bork your pen. But I mean, I did two of those dog decals I put in the wrong space. I had to scrape it off with my fingernail. Like, they will come off. But you could even buy a black pen and decorate it. I mean, these were cheap. If you're inclined to like cats. Also had these little cat ones, which the eyes on these cats are super cute. So, I mean, that's an affordable way to change the look of a pen. Not mainly, yeah. Search for nail stickers. if you search for puppy nail stickers, you'll find that kind, and you know how you go down the rabbit hole. I did end up getting some others that are actually like these dogs, but these are more of like a vinyl sticker. And this, I mean, they're really cute, so I think I'll just use them in my planner. Or because, you know, the entire world, sadly, does not revolve around fountain pens, is, look at me, planning ahead. Actually, I didn't plan ahead. This was sitting on my desk. But, I mean, I think I might use these kind of more vinyl dog stickers on this clear phone case. In fact, I'm going to put those stickers in there so I remember to do this project. But, oh, it is. Okay. Because, you know, my great love, even more than fountain pens, are my dogs and my husband, of course, but also the dogs. Just kidding, Tim. It's you first. Do you think they work on a pen? The vinyl ones? Oh, they work. I mean, they stick on, but there's like a lip. There's an edge. I feel like they would get cruddy or grimy. Whereas those puppy ones and those shamrock ones, it's almost like a super thin, like you painted nail polish, not gel polish, like nail polish on a silicone mat and then peeled it off, is how the ones on the Pro Gear Slim are. So yeah, but I think designing a phone case is fun. I'm going to show you the materials that I got to do the project of the taller pen case with the wooden drawers. But last, stickers first. I did receive these in an Atlas order, and I mean, do they need explanation? I was completely sold with the Viewmaster and the little Viewmaster discs. Operation. I never understood this Barrel of Monkeys game. Furbies, those are possessed. Tamagotchi, mine died. Troll dolls, Spirograph, those were fun. Rubik's Cube, still have never solved one. Slinky, yes, but when I was young, they were like steel, and 2 days in, it was a tangled mess. And then this sucker. You know what this is? If you're old, you know what this is. A pogo ball. So parents in the 80s would let their kids go out on anything. Metal roller skates. We had metal roller skates. You're supposed to put one foot on either side of this and go bouncing around the neighborhood. It's like go out of the house and break something. So these are the final stickers, also from Temu. I love a deal. I love a deal. So I will print my own stickers. That video, a couple people said, yes, they wanted to learn how to do stickers on the Cricut. So I think I will do that as a live, like a series. I love to read. This is my segue into the final stickers, by the way. I love to read, and I am on the book 5 of the ACOTAR series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Oh my gosh. I have not read such a fun series of books since, well, it's like, it's not Harry Potter, but just that sort of series, Twilight, you know, where you just are super in. So the main character's name is Farah, and so it's a line from the book. Hello, Farah, darling. It's relevant if you read the books. And then like a postage stamp from the Night Court. Sticker paper. Okay, this is not an original idea. Yeah, I can read. You watch a loop. sticker paper, sheet labels, but this is not I did not source this. This was from Carmen, which is Carmen CT Plans. Yeah, I did read 50 Shades, and I read it again. And Lisa Nelson, hi! Hi. Yeah, I did read 50 Shades, and I own all the movies, and whatever. Anyway, ACOTAR, the series is really good, so I had to buy the stickers. Loved it. Sticker paper. So Carmen, and if anyone doesn't know, Carmen does a live with Lau on Thursdays, Pen Friends Live. I don't remember now what time, so she can put that in the comments. Sheet labels, they have a matte finish clear label that is very thin. Look at me having some right in front of me. It's kind of like washi tape, but like if washi tape and pet tape had a baby. So it's as thin as washi. It is plastic or some material there, sort of. Is this it? Yeah. So here's one of the stickers that I made. How am I going to show you a sticker out in the air that's clear? I could stick it on something. That might help. Okay. So that was the sticker. I mean, they are thin, but work really well with an inkjet printer. The company name is sheetlabels.com. SHEET labels.com. And these were like clear matte finish labels. You can technically you have to be super gentle. You can write on them with a fountain pen. However, the matte finish on this, it's like a thin coating. So if you press too hard, you will scrape the coating off. But I thought that was pretty cool that you could write on the stickers, because not all washi stickers can you do that. Okay. Let me see. What's next? That pen holder project. Why not open these? Look, you guys get to be you will see them before I see them, or at the same time. So for that set of drawers that we're going to turn in, I saw them first. That I'm going to paint and then decoupage the back and do these paint inlay things that may not turn out, but 10 out of 10, I'm going to give it a go. Matte, what? You're kidding me. A matte, it was like clear matte labels. I don't know. But the company was Sheet Labels. Okay, here. Okay. One of the things I am not good at is organizing my craft supplies, but also reading the size of things. Don't say it. Don't say it. So I'll buy something thinking it's like a small travel bottle of shampoo, and it's a gallon. Frost Clear Matte. Yes. Yeah, I think that's it. So I bought this decoupage paper thinking it was, this picture for the back, thinking it was small. And this is 24, even now I'm not reading it, 23.4 inches by 33 inches. That's like I'll like what? You know what? I'm just gonna have to cut. I'll just cut a part of it out. I'm not returning it because who returns tissue paper? And then these are the paint inlays that I am excited to try. I am nervous that I'm going to mess it up, but you know what? I can paint over it. It's art. It's creating perfection not required. So there's 8 sheets in here. This was like $37, but the results, if they turn out, are phenomenal. Those are pigeons. Pigeons, why? That's okay. I would have preferred quail, but pigeons will work. So I'm super excited. It's a DIY Paint Co. Did they send me any free things? Do you find that now that you buy pens and ink, if a company doesn't send you a sticker, do you get irritated? Is that just me? Am I broken? Is that wrong? Answer to all of those. It's not wrong. I'm not broken. And yes, companies should be more generous with the stickers, because if I can go to a fountain pen show and hand out stickers, companies can send them. Which reminds me, yeah, right? Or are you saying yep that we know that already, but yeah, send a sticker. Birmingham is very, yes, and Birmingham Penco is inconsistent with their sticker inclusion, but I don't think they're ever going to run out of those postcards. And I love Birmingham Penco inks. I don't need another postcard. I want the sticker. Galen Leather, super generous, as I'm sure many people know. I don't know how to say that. Galen Leather sends you tea, a face wipe, an evil eye. They've got you body. Look at that, body, mind, and soul. Tea to relax you, evil eye to ward off the evil eye, probably from that coworker Joanne. We're gonna call her Joanne. You know, the one always in your business. Just hang that at your desk. Face wipe, you're refreshed. Last time they sent me a leather keychain, a little zip bag. They got the swag down. Oh yeah, you do need to order from Galen Leather. But I mean, at least send a sticker, right? Anyway, the cool paperclip. I don't have a paperclip. What's the paperclip look like? What she had? A paperclip? Now I want a paperclip. Okay. I was at the craft store bring the keychain for me when you. That's not how that works. Look at sun tanning. Actually, let me see if my husband wants it. If he doesn't, Larry, then I'll bring it to you. I have a solution for a problem that I'm not entirely sure is a problem, but I have had a couple people say they don't like demonstrators. Amy, talking about you, because they don't want to see the converter in the pen. I love this pen as is. I'm not worried about it. I do wish the whole converter was silver-ish. Maybe I would like that a little better. So we're going to do this here. We're going to cover the converter in this holographic vinyl. See if we ruin the converter and see if it makes a difference in the pen. I'm going to measure this. If I had a second camera, you could see what I was doing. Yeah, I'm going to eyeball it. Right? As they say, close enough for... Hi, Darla. Close enough for government work. Okay, so this vinyl sheet, which you could definitely get multiple uses out of. That's a 12 by 12-inch sheet. Okay. Oh, wow. What a dodo. Okay, so I got a clear vinyl, but okay. Well, that was I got multiple choices. So we'll try this one, which is super sparkly, and I feel like I could encourage not mine. I could encourage toxic masculinity and say, "Oh, I am too whatever for this holographic sparkle," but I picked it. I don't think you can have enough hollow. In fact, if you're a nail polish person, I don't wear nail polish, but perfectly fine if you want to. Hollow taco. That was the other thing I thought about coating the Sailor Pro Gear Slim instead of UV resin. Hollow taco has really cool top coats. And I feel like that could work as well. Okay, so holographic vinyl. I mean, this is the rough draft, folks. Okay, and remember, art is art. There's no right or wrong. This looks amazing. That looks like a rough draft, but let's see here. Okay, remove the converter. Wow, I did a rancid job of wrapping that. Okay, we're just gonna give it a go. So if you loved a pen, but that was clear, but didn't want to see the converter, look at that. You could indeed wrap the converter with holographic vinyl. And I'm telling you, that second layer look in there, that's pretty cool. If I do say so myself. Right? I don't know. I mean, it's $1.99, and you could probably wrap the converter, I don't know, 100 times. I don't know what the clear would look like. Should we check? Let's check. Okay. This one does feel like a... Well, I'm not endorsing any of those behaviors, but it is. Okay, we're going to peel this off. Let's see if it's... it does... Okay, it removes. It's removable. It's reversible. Let's try the clear. Okay, the clear is... Well, first of all, who buys clear vinyl when you're trying to cover something? But we'll just pop it in there and see what it looks like. That's the waste. I mean, it masks it. It gives some depth to the pen, but the pen doesn't need more depth. So that's just borrowing trouble. Okay, I think the winner is this one. I do have that one of those kind of iridescent blue ones. I tried that one over the weekend, and it just looked odd. Okay, this is removable, but if you've just cut your fingernails, then it is. There we go. I got it. But if you had a paper cutter or a steady hand or a Cricut paper cutter, I like the Cricut one. Or you could cut them out on a Cricut. You could also cover the clear body of a TWSBI, right? You could cover that middle section, cut a rectangle, and even just leave like a little smaller rectangle so you could see if the ink was full. I like that. I don't know what that would do to the body of the TWSBI. I'm going to hazard a guess that it's probably nothing. Bye, Lisa. Enjoy work. What? Something's vibrating. Oh, it's my phone. Okay, so that works. If you do it, you can send me a royalty fee of a McDonald's double cheeseburger, no pickles. I don't think you can. Yeah. I don't think you can send McDonald's cheeseburgers through the mail. Okay, folks, it is 6:45. We've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. I think am I good? I think I'm done. I have shared all the wisdom I have to share with you this week. Don't put tinfoil in the microwave. Keep your pens clean. I don't know. Don't clear an ink clog with a paper clip. Yeah, I did wonder. But anyway, have fun. Do the thing. Create something. Write someone a letter. That's the thing. Write someone a letter this week if you can. Dig out one of those Birmingham Penco postcards and have a good time. But remember, most important, have fun, do the thing, and I will see you all here next week, Tuesday, 5:30 Pacific time. You're the best. Love you much. Bye. Oh, now I got to find the button. Where's the button? How do I